Waking up in the middle of a night is something we have all experienced. It's like your body decides to hit the pause button on sleep and suddenly you are just lying there wide awake. It can feel impossible to get back to sleep, but the truth is there are some simple tips that can actually help you to fall back asleep more easily. Hi, I'm Dr. Vikas Sangotra, and with over 15 years of experience in Ayurveda, I have helped many of the people with the sleep issues just like this. So let's dive in and figure it out what might be waking you up and how you can get back to sleep. So stick around and let's get you back to your sleep. So first thing is, why do we wake up in the middle of a night? Before we get into how to fall back asleep, let's quickly talk about why this happens in the first place. From a modern perspective, waking up in the middle of a night is a pretty common, and there are a few reasons why it might be happening. Disturbances in a sleep cycle is one reason. Our bodies go through different stages of a sleep, and it's normal to wake up briefly between these cycles. The problem is when you are awake long enough to become fully alert. Next is your diets and habits. Things like eating a heavy meal, drinking caffeine or alcohol in the evening, or even being too warm in a bed can mess with your sleep. Also, there is some factors like hormonal shift. As we get older, our melatonin levels go down naturally, and that can lead to more of a frequent wake-ups. Last, and which is very common, is stress and anxiety. And of course, if you have got a lot on your mind, that stress can make it difficult to fall back asleep once you are awake. So this is how the modern science sees about the common factors which won't let you sleep. But let's have Ayurvedic perspective. Why are you waking up? Now let's look at this from an Ayurvedic point of view. In Ayurveda, waking up in the middle of the night is often linked for imbalance in the doshas, especially Vata and Pitta dosha, as well as the imbalance of mental energies, the attributes which governs your mind. So that's known as Rajasa. So imbalance of Rajasa is responsible for that. So reduction in the Sattva is responsible for that. But the time you wake up can also tell you a lot about what's going on, which I always tell my patients that remember, when you are waking up tells a lot what is imbalance going in your body, and then you can address that imbalance at the root cause. The first thing is, if you are waking up between 12 to 2 a.m. if you're waking up around this time, it could be the sign that Pitta is out of balance, because this is the time when Pitta is more dominant in its function in the body. So if you're waking up between 12 to 2, your Pitta is out of imbalance. So Pitta is connected to digestions and metabolisms, and when it is aggravated, it can cause you feel hot, restlessness, uncomfortable, and also sleeplessness. So try avoiding spicy and heavy dinner, as well as try to consider cooling routines before bed, like drinking some coconut water, using a cooling oil massages. So this is very helpful to help you to calm Pitta dosha and help you not to wake up during 12 to 2 a.m. in the night. Next shift or habit is if you're waking up between 2 to 4 a.m. If it's closer to this time, then Vata could be the issue. Vata is all about movement, energy, air element. So if it's out of balance, you might feel busy, like you can't stop thinking. So to help calm Vata, focus on grounding yourself throughout the day with the warm, nourishing meals. Avoid anything cold, fizzy, or anything which is stimulating, or anything which is dry in the evening time. And here is another thing I have seen in many of my patients. When there is an imbalance in Rajasa, the energy associated with activity and the movement in the mind becomes restlessness. It's making it hard to fall back asleep. So Rajasa is great for getting things done during the day, but when it takes over at the night, it reduces Sattva, which is the calming energy we need for sleep. So what is the goal? The goal is to bring back that Sattva energy to help you settle in a peace, restful state. Now comes the point, how to fall back asleep. So I'm gonna share 3 tips that you need to try, as you already know what happens, why we wake up in the middle of a night as per the modern and the Ayurvedic perspective. So let's talk about what you can do to fall back asleep. Here are 3 simple tips, including some Ayurvedic practices that you can do or you can try next time when you find yourself awake in the middle of the night. Tip number 1, sip on a little herbal tea or a warm milk. If you have been lying awake for a while, try sipping a small amount of a herbal teas or a warm milk. So here the herbal teas we talk about should be the teas which are having the bioenergies which pacifies Vata dosha and is medya, means good for the mind and the brain, and the one which helps to balance the rajasa and inculcate the sattva in the body, which is actually the culprit. So ashwagandha tea, brahmi tea or chamomile tea are the great choices because they help calm the mind. So you could also try a little warm milk with a pinch of nutmeg, which is known for its natural sleep producing properties. According to Ayurveda, warm drink can help calm the Vata dosha, promoting relaxation, making it easier to fall back asleep. Now we're going to talk about tip number 2, try nasal breathing or pranayama. So one of the best way to calm your mind and the body is through breathing exercises. I recommend practicing Nadi Shodhana, which is also known as Anulom Vilom or as alternate nostril breathing. So if you're lying on the bed, you wake up in the middle of a night, just lie down, just do alternate nostril breathing, but make sure it has to be very long, slow breathe, because slow breathing, long breathing is like slowing down access of rajasa in the mind. So this breathing directly work at the rajasa factor of the mind, reduces the restlessness. So you can just do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, see what helps you the best. So you will find out that it helps balance your nervous system, relieves stress, reduces cortisol level and helps settle the overactive mind. It's especially good for settling down Vata and the Pitta dosha, which are often aggravated when sleep is disturbed. So tip number 3 is use mental relaxation techniques. If your mind is still racing, try a gentle mental activity to help quiet your thoughts. So what you can do? You can do something like counting backward. You can start from maybe 100 to 1, you can start from 50 to 1, or you can start 30 to 1. See what helps to going back to sleep. Or imagining a peaceful scene like a beach or a forest. So counting backward can help distract your mind from overthinking, while visualization create a calming mental image that help relax your nervous system, reduces your cortisol levels. It's an easy way to slow down racing thoughts and easily fall back into sleep. So the next time you find yourself awake in the middle of the night, don't stress. Now you know what you have to do. If you found this video helpful, so please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to eBlosis. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss any new information. So if you have any other tips that help you to fall asleep, I would love to hear that. Do let us know in the comment section. Until the time, lots of love to all the beautiful souls out there. Namaste.